What's up, Extra Butter listeners? On today's episode, we're moving into number 3 of the Christmas holiday movie series with a throwback, legitimate OG Christmas movie of all time. Still, I would imagine in most top 10 lists of any sort of quick Google search you got. It's a Wonderful Life, a 1946 family fantasy Christmas movie. Excited to talk about this one. And being so old, a couple of us, maybe 3 of us, had never seen it before. Maybe a little bit familiar, but not too big into the black and white film industry. We also get a chance to catch up on football. This will be the current premiere of our same week release of an episode on Extra Butter, so a little bit more modern with some of the things that we're talking about, which is great. Maybe we'll hit a touchdown parlay. Probably not, but at least you'll get a chance to hear it before the games happen as opposed to laughing when they don't hit. We've got at least one gear to grind. I think one really taken up by yours truly to talk about. Yeah, I was going to tell you, but I'm not going to. You can get into that a little bit later on. We've got some Oscars to give out. We talk about some movies that we've seen that have recently been in theaters, just to give you an update on what we thought about new film, and hope you guys get a chance to listen to that and figure out for yourself if it's something that you guys want to go check out and see. So, guys, every episode is on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. And make sure to drop us a follow on Instagram or X, the Everything app. Everything happens on X for releases, upcoming releases, good reels, clips, you name it. Getting a lot of activity over there on likes. Would love to see some more comments, some more feedback, and figure out as we're getting closer to the back end of the year and the back end of the Christmas holiday series, what should we watch next? What wheels should we do? Let's interact. Let's get creative. We love you. We appreciate you. Critter, roll the tape.
Extra, extra butter on the corn for me. Extra, extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.
This is episode 35 and our first ever episode. I think we're recording the week of release. So a little bit more modern action and on the gridiron, but we got to go back 2 weeks to start with football. And, we've got to start with the Bears-Packers. Don't remember the score. You guys will have to help me out there, but Critter, Geese, I think we start with the loser. Bears-Packers.
Wasn't it like 31 to – we needed 8 points.
So 31-23?
Yeah. I think that's
no,
what
you
that
needed
was.
You needed 7. You were gonna go for 2. Or
28
to the announcers,
to win it.
You were gonna go for 2 because you guys got big.
It was
balls,
like you needed like 6 or 7.
We go for the win there. I'll tell you that. Dude, those losses, I feel like it hurts, but it doesn't hurt as much as getting blown the fuck out. And I've been in that position plenty of times already. So to lose in a game like that where we actually have a chance to take that throw, like it was fucking open and the timing and the throw was off, like just two, not smaller details, but just 2 details right there is a win or like going for a win. So I can't hate it, but put up a good fight against the Pack. Got an early lead on us, and we were just chasing that. So,
What was I don't remember what down was it on that pick?
First,
okay.
No, I think it was 4. It was 4th and 1. 4th and 1.
We got
they only
fucking
needed a yard.
Stuffed.
Yeah. I was thinking of
fucking
the Eagles game.
Canned.
That was
Well,
the
that's
first
why I
time.
was
At
like,
the fucking line.
Yeah, that's why I was like
On
they
third
both
down.
Third down.
Yeah, because we were bleeding the clock, which is the right move. But in order for it to be the right move, you got to get the third down. And got 8 up.
Yeah.
And then that fucked everything else up. So, I feel like we score if we get that third down there.
Yeah, 4th and 1, and like the people that were saying that he might have been able to get a yard, I don't think
No.
so. He had like 4 dudes hunting his ass down.
There was no chance he was getting that.
DJ Moore leaking out a little bit.
Like
I
a
think it was
lob.
DJ.
Like a fake run and lob it over guys. Like that. I don't know. I feel like he'd be covered by then too. Like that was such a short window to see.
It was the same play they scored on against the Eagles, and they must have watched film. Because I mean, he was still
Maybe
open.
our
Dude,
safety,
he got
safety
made.
our safety blew that,
Yeah.
and Keyshawn
Yeah.
was in a full sprint, and it was a little bit underthrown, and Keyshawn made the catch. But
It was,
yeah,
it
no,
was
I've-
pretty underthrown.
yeah,
But no, I do. It was a fucking good game. Obviously, I think we win on Saturday, especially with Michael Parsons being out. Sorry, Crit.
no,
45 million blown down the fucking toilet. I
I
think we
wouldn't
win.
say 45. That's a stretch.
That's his contract divided by 4.
Which doesn't start till what, next year?
Does it not? I
We're
don't,
gonna
I don't
get
follow
into
all
inflation
that
here.
shit. Yeah. Well, hey,
Coming
locked
after
in.
the contract.
I mean,
Tough.
Geese is the one that said I want Jordan Love's back broken 2 weeks ago. So he got what
You
he
should have
wanted
seen what your
on the
brother
other side
sent
of the
me.
ball.
Your brother said, "I hope your entire O line tears their ACLs."
Oh, my brother isn't. Yeah. My brother isn't on this podcast.
You are
He's-
related. That's blood. That's inside you. You can say
So I
whatever you
definitely,
want. but
I'll get into that, but because I know the curse that he brought on us. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was like that was the most fun. I texted you separately, Geese, like that was the most fun a Bears Packers game has been since
right. It's better when they're
2010.
both good, man. And the Packers are a good football team.
Like, yeah, it'll piss you off when you lose that, but like, and I think I said
We didn't
it
get
word for-
curb
like,
stomped
yeah,
though,
just-
and so it's like that loss just feels different.
Mm-hmm.
Like a fuck, like almost had it, and not a we fucking suck type loss.
Yeah, no, I was glad to get that dub, especially now after what you just said. But, and I think on the last podcast I said, no offense, Trav, no offense, the Lions. It's just more fun
It's fucking business.
to go up against these two, or go against the Bears, and when they're both good.
I've been reading a lot of online, like just online posts and shit about playoff probabilities depending on like who wins what games. And apparently there is a situation where the Packers would be rooting for the Bears to beat the Lions to get into the playoffs.
Which is crazy because we beat them twice.
Yeah. And I feel like we would lose that game.
That would be tough to just go out and lay an egg on purpose. Like, not actually act
Don't-
as if on purpose. But
Don't put any of your starters in, just fucking.
But then that's the thing. I mean, maybe you guys do beat the Lions, but then we still lose to the Vikings week 17.
Yeah.
And we lose to 9 in Minnesota. So it's like, it's crazy to think that there is a possibility of a team with 9 wins right now could miss the playoffs.
It is a crazy season this year.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like it's like there's dominant teams, but
Because we got the Ravens after you. So, and they're going to
Yeah.
be battling for a playoff.
and
Yeah.
we got the 49ers, which isn't a cakewalk either.
No.
And then fucking Lions too, but we'll see how their season goes. I feel like if they're, continue to suck, we win that game.
I'd be careful.
No, I
the
know. I don't
Packers
wanna
have gone up against the Lions when they weren't in the playoffs, and that's where you don't want to face the Lions is when they're not in the playoffs.
Different
'Cause they're
team.
like, we're not in. Well, you're not going to be in either.
Their guy
That's
is our guy.
literally what happened. Rodgers' final season.
well, what's fun about that division is I've had a full circle with that division this year of the Bears, Eagles, Alliance, and then
Oh yeah.
I need Green Bay to win the division and an internal bet with the two of you guys here. And then now I'm like 9 has pretty much put the Cowboys out, so we can appreciate that. The Eagles are pretty much guaranteed the 3 seed, barring 0-3 and the Cowboys winning out. Commanders, Bills, Commanders. We could be in a position to rest our starters because the NFC South is so ass that I don't think that they're going to catch us for the 3 seed, and we're not going to move up to the 1 or 2, barring again just an ultimate collapse from 2 or 3 other teams. But yeah, I mean, since we spoke last, classic Eagles lost to the Chargers on Monday Night Football. We kicked a field goal to go up 3, and then my buddy that's a Broncos fan was like, they need us to win. We didn't. We kick a field goal. They kick a field goal. We go to overtime. They go up, and then we throw another fourth pick of the game. And then I got to be boots on the ground for what felt like a get-right game. The Raiders are terrible. I think the worst team in the league by far. But like just as the Bears did to the Browns, like when you're able to just beat the shit out of a shitty team, it feels good. You don't have to – stress-free wins are not easy to come by.
Oh, wait, Brandon, we got to start with the loser. For this week, that would be Crit.
Oh, you want to go back to the Vikings? The Vikings are 2-0.
You haven't touched base on the Vikings yet.
The Vikings with 2-0, Nine's playing good ball.
Haven't been losing. Big deal.
That's true.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough one to win, but that's a kiss of death loss for the Packers. It felt like with some of the things that happened. Now, are you more injured than just Micah, or are those guys going to be fine? Like, is Watson going to be okay?
I think Watson might be okay. I don't know if he's going to be back for the Bears game yet. But it's not. I thought it was collarbone, and I was like, jeez, and then after that, Micah. And I think the play before that, Quay Walker, our middle linebacker, went out. I think he ended up coming back in. But, yeah, it's just been – I mean, Trav was like a little injury bug at the beginning of the year, and it has completely snowballed from a little injury bug to a fucking
infestation
massive injury bug.
It's everywhere.
Like
I know.
Deontay Wyatt, Tucker Kraft,
we're getting healthy.
Elton Jenkins. I haven't seen what happened to our right tackle, but it was also a non-contact knee injury. I think our safety, Evan Williams, is for sure out for the Bears game, but it's not long-term. He might be out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but yeah, it's just the injury. The injuries after that game were tough. And I honestly, like watching the game when Micah went out, looking at Jordan, I was like, we're not winning this game. I don't care if it takes us like 5. If Sean Payton gives us the ball 5 fucking more times, we're not winning this game because he was just out of it.
There's too much that
looked very sad and just no emotion, not locked in, just sad face.
Yeah, I mean, just being the teammate and having to watch that, I feel like you have so many of them too. Like, it's not just one guy.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's the star player on defense, and then there's a whole mess of other dudes. Like, how does it as a team, how do you, like, mentally fortitude?
That's what I was waiting for you to say.
Against that.
I mean, there's some injuries, but eventually, it's going to be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
And
well, especially against
nail in the coffin yet,
a good team. Like if that was the Raiders, I feel like you win.
Like we lost Tucker Kraft, and then the next game was the Eagles, and we couldn't score for shit. And then I don't know what happens to Christian Watson, but it's just like you lose Micah, it may take you a game, maybe 2, or maybe never, to get right. So it's just going to be tough sledding, but. I mean, they've been bigger underdogs before in 2010. So,
you know what's really cool about your team being eliminated from playoff contention? Twitter just gets this fire. we had a 48-hour stretch of Joe Burrow's our next quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, and I loved it. Send the house. Let's see it.
We had
and then Nine just goes out there and lights it up, and we're like,
Jamar
hey,
Chase too. Reunite all of LSU, purple and gold.
Yeah, I saw one on there. Was we were going to send, like the package back was Joe Burrow and a few first rounders and like a couple second rounders for Will Reichard.
Yeah. We had a few. There was a few Eagles before the Sunday game this week of sending first rounders and Jalen to get Joe. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like, we're not punting on Jalen.
No,
No.
Super Bowl champ.
Knocking on wood, just injury bug before your point is like the Bears and Eagles. Yeah, like, we've had some injuries, but like when you look at the injuries across the board, it feels like we're in a decent spot. Like Lane's coming back. Our biggest injury was a rookie safety, but we got Marcus Epps back, who's been good, and our O-line's been banged up, but like still not like season-ending type injuries. And then you've got like Puka and Devontae got hurt. I don't know. They probably won't be done for season, but there's
I
teams
think
that are
Puka's okay. Devontae's not. But
Devontae
maybe back, but that's a tough turnaround with a hand.
That's this late of the season. Everything's lingering now. You don't just bounce
Yeah.
it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, Vernon, you recently talked about punting on the season.
Yeah.
Where do you stand now?
I mean, I feel pretty good. I still think, you watch the Chargers game and you're ready to punt on the year, and we turned the ball over 4 times, technically 5 if you count the interception fumble play, which I think is
That was awesome.
one of the most like overly talked about plays ever. Like, I think it was just because of the -4 fantasy points in one play, but like guys trying to make a play and like not allow them to scoop and score and get
That's
smoked by a
an effort play.
lineman. Yeah, I'm like,
There's nothing he could do about it except fall on it.
it was already 3rd or 4th down, so like even if he doesn't fumble there, we're turning the ball over on downs because we didn't gain. I don't think we would. I know it changed possession and we got it back. Maybe we would have gotten it. Maybe it would have been first down, but like, yeah, that play was just blown out of proportion. But like, no, I watched the Eagles and I still think when you watch them play, if they just play a good game and any team gets out at the right time, you're gonna have a chance. But they've got the roster of like, I still think they can beat anybody. So
I think it's crazy that the Broncos have won 11 in a row.
Yeah,
Like, I still don't necessarily believe in them.
I know it's a weird team.
Like they seem like a wild card team, but they're like they're still the 1 seed right now, right?
Yeah, they're probably. They're the first team to clinch playoff berth. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah,
That's wild. Chiefs,
yeah,
Gonzo. That's probably one of the main reasons.
Their coach they're fired is leading the team that's basically putting up numbers like the 85 Bears. They sent his ass home, and come on back be the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Are you talking about Vance Joseph?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
Did you guys see the pregame scuffle we made all big old deal of? I think it was like on the Packers sideline, there was like 2 Broncos just like kind of talking on that side, and the Packers were running out of the tunnel, and Rashawn Gary like ran between the 2 guys, and then Alex Singleton like just shoved him, and then it started a whole fucking deal. Why are they on the Packers sideline? A lot of people are like saying like, well, don't run between them. It's like, well, don't be on our fucking sideline. We don't have enough room to run out of whatever tunnel you give us to begin with.
And those guys, defensive guys are always looking to scrap.
dude, they are insane.
Always looking to scrap.
Low IQ.
Packers haven't won since Rodgers was a backup, and it took basically not a Hail Mary, but a deep shot to Greg Jennings.
Legend.
I'm glad I didn't spend that fucking money. Thought about it. Glad I didn't.
That would have sucked.
Yeah.
You could have been the difference maker, though.
I
Maybe.
thought about sending that text after that game, like, dude, if you had went, that probably doesn't happen.
Butterfly effect. You never know.
Yeah,
I
never know.
I did say I tweeted at Max Delente. He did not get back to me. I did tweet him like, someone's got to right the ship in Philly. Boots on the ground. Got to the game. The link is a special place. Literally, you don't sit down. Not a single person in the stadium sits down the whole game. Every sporting event I've been to, at some point, you can sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Not a soul sat down during that. Like maybe here and there, like during timeout, but like when the ball's in play, the whole stadium is standing. and we beat the shit out of that team. I mean, they're horrible. Couple things about it. One, obviously the Brandon Graham 2-sack game. I think he's the oldest player in Eagles history to get a sack since 19 something, and then it goes back further because he got 2 sacks. And the Raiders, they held the Raiders to 75 total yards of offense, which is just kind of a mind. And just to put that in perspective, we benched our starters in the fourth quarter, and Tanner McKee came out. Place went nuts for Tanner McKee. They love Tanner McKee. And there's a guy behind me. Tank Bigsby has a good run, and this guy behind me is like, 26 ain't making that play. Like, there's still just Tanner McKee, Tank Bigsby, like we need more of them. And but Tanner McKee took the team down the field, and then we got stuffed on the goal line 4 downs. But that drive was 78 yards. That one drive from our backups was more yards than the Raiders had the entire game.
I think I read a stat that you guys had more plays than they had yards.
Probably.
I think you had 76 or something that, dude.
I'm like, you're getting some highlights and seeing scores come through, and like I kept looking at that and looking at the clock, and I'm like, this game is just flying by. And then we got to get some food after, and I saw a tweet. It was the second fastest game in the Super Bowl era. So like the game was over, and there was like 6 minutes left in third quarters across the league. I'm like,
thank you, dude.
Shit.
I was looking at the the times ticking down because I'll just Google NFL scores. I was like, bro, they all started at 11. Why are they so far ahead? And I couldn't figure it out. I was like, man, they must have had like a 10:45 start or some shit. I could not figure it out. That's crazy. No. It was that fast.
Geese, someone needs you to go ahead and get the ESPN app. A lot easier than Googling scores.
Wouldn't have literally a fantasy football app too. Yeah, I know you're in fantasy football.
I know, but it just shows up like this. Like, it's just so much easier just to type it in real quick. Yeah, and then I have to click into the ESPN app, and then I have to type. I guess I have to do that when I search it. But
really, NFL never moves from the top of my feed. Yeah, as far as
number one thing on Sundays.
Yeah. Period. I think it's like
just trying to help you out. You don't need to fight
of winter.
Screw ESPN.
Google NFL scores. Yeah, but it was extremely fast game. Also, only other thing about that being there is like there was a guy in our row in a DK Metcalf Seattle Seahawks jersey wearing a Cleveland Browns blanket around him and just looking to cause a problem. Like, and I think I'll touch on this when we get to my Oscar, but like, I think Philly just has that brand of like people want to go there to cause problems. Like, all these people are tough. It's like, no, they're really not. Like, you go into any stadium and you start yelling like this guy was yelling, and he starts saying like, I'm just here to talk my shit. Don't want any problems. It's like, dude, he was being so obnoxious. Like, I looked at my wife. I'm like, he's not going to be here very long. Like, this guy, he was out of there pretty quick. But I'm like, see, like, that is why it's like, oh, if a Philly fan approaches this guy, it's like he's the one looking for a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, why are you here?
That's another reason why I don't want to pay that money to go to a Broncos game, because there's just always like the odds of having someone around you at a football game are fucking 90+%. Like, it's guaranteed every fucking time, especially because everybody's liquored up.
Yeah.
Been I was like, since the morning, also haven't ate. I almost guarantee them, like, especially at 11 o'clock game. There's probably no chance of anybody having that much food in them other than maybe a hot dog.
I mean, it is 1 o'clock out there, which is crazy.
It's true.
Eastern time zone sucks.
Yeah, all I said was like, just don't look at the guy. Like, we don't want to be the ones he gets his attention put on.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be fine. This whole stadium will torch that guy. There was not many. There was a lot of Raiders fans, but it was hard to tell because they're all in black and wearing green and black. So it's like you look across the stadium, you think it's all Eagles fans. Yeah, this guy's in a throwback Seahawks jersey with a Browns fucking blanket on. Like, why'd you spend the money I know that these seats cost to be here to get kicked out in the first quarter?
Well, it probably wasn't a seat.
True. His buddy was an Eagles fan trying to reel him in, and I think he might have been the one that took him out of there.
Yeah.
But I just, like, I don't understand why people do that shit. But a story would have been Eagles fans getting a fight with DK Metcalf jersey.
Who knows what kind of fan he was?
Yeah, no clue.
That would be a great clip. I will tell you that.
I might have been in it somewhere because I was not very far from where he was.
Definitely back.
Steelers fan.
Yeah, didn't touch on the Vikings too much besides 9 playing good ball, but 2-0 last 2. I think at this point in the season you got to continue to see him just improve.
Yeah, the next gen stats are looking pretty good when they dig for him. So
yeah,
you like to see those.
But
I don't know. It's at the end of the day, it's still so early in his career. And the other piece of it that you love to hear and see is if everybody's talking about him, there's got to be something there. You know, his mentality's still good. Like they still want to win games. They still want to win games for him. He's performing this well the last couple of weeks without Jefferson playing that well. So, I mean, that says something. You know, like tight ends are getting in the game. He's making some good throws. Season being over is kind of a relief at this point. Like, there's no telling what you'd do in the bottom end of the playoffs with this kind of crazy of a young team and developing team, but you always want to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It looks like we'll get like the top, we'll be in like the 11th to 13th pick range. And I've been seeing we're already in mock draft territory.
Mock draft mode.
Got to. Yeah. And I've seen a handful of the old Notre Dame boy come to the Vikes.
You're my love.
Yep. He'd be good because
I don't know. I mean, he should
Joe's
go.
getting older, and it'd be a perfect back to develop.
I'd rather use in the Bears.
Yeah.
But that's what I was worried about at the start of the season. Well,
Bears
that's not happening. But he also may just not come out. I don't know if you saw like the Heisman press conference. He said, "We got to get back to work. We got to get back and
that's usually the royal we."
But also, yeah,
usually the royal we when they're talking.
Hey, just give me a fucking bone here.
Yeah,
we got fucking hosed. No, I think he's gone too. But boy, would I love to have him back in Notre Dame for one more year.
Yeah.
One last hurrah.
Well, either that or I've been seeing the safety for Ohio State coming to the Vikes too. I forget his name.
Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
If he's there after 10, I'd be shocked.
You should be happy. Either one of Notre Dame's running backs would be a nice addition too.
Yeah. I did also. I don't know if did I tell you guys I got my newest addition to the Eagles jersey collection at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think I probably already told the story too, but it's like some people don't get how good he is. Quinyon Mitchell, I'm talking about, because they don't throw the ball at him. So I was trying to explain it to my wife, like he just you notice it's always Adoree and Adoree, I also have to say he's playing good fucking football. And I have been bad on that guy. There's a lot of Eagles Twitter coming, a lot of apologies being thrown out to Adoree Jackson. But he's just never involved in the game because they don't throw at him. But what I was interested to see, which I didn't even try to find it, but every time you see these clips of defenses get a takeaway, they all go celebrate in the end zone. Well, he's always doing his own thing. He's never doing the team celebration. He's doing his own dance, or he's we spike the ball. He goes and grabs it. The team's gone. He spikes it again. He's just doing something wild. And Zach Bond gets a pick. Team goes to the end zone to celebrate. And I did notice, because I'm looking down there, Quinyon is just running towards the tunnel while the team's in the end zone celebrating. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Picks up a snowball and starts chasing Cooper DeJean with it. And he's pump faking it at him. And I'm like, this is like, it was like I didn't even try to see it, and you still see this guy just whatever's going on in his head. He's probably so bored out there.
He probably thought about that like 3 plays earlier. Like,
Oh.
dude, next time I'm down here, I'm a fucking.
He picks up a snowball and he's just chasing Cooper DeJean with it, and like Coop's trying to. It was so funny, but it's like seeing it live is like, okay, so they don't just one-off find these clips. It's every time they do something, he's just on his own. He's in La La Land, and everybody's like, he's probably so bored because literally never is that involved in the game. Because when they do target him, they'll talk his shit. But yeah, I figured that was a good one. That's a guy that you'd like to think Howie's never going to let walk out of the stadium or walk out of the city. So yeah, Q getting added to the core there.
A white jersey would have been good too. It's weird that they don't have him in the stadium.
Dude, they're nowhere. Like it's so crazy. Like online, you can find a couple guys. Now you can get most pro shops online. They've got the select guys that you can buy, and then there's the 00 any name where you can pick the player, and you can get a white one, but it costs more money because it's like custom made because they're not just pumping them out.
Right.
So like nowhere. They black, Kelly green everywhere, white jerseys. Just you didn't see that many in the stadium either. Like people don't wear. I don't know what it is, but the only white jersey I've ever owned was Mike Vick back in the day. So. Yeah, I will be getting a white one at some point, but yeah, I thought I could find one there. No. Not Saturday, Sunday football, college football obviously coming to the playoffs, so we're getting some different days. I love that they call Saturday games. A lot of times they'll say Thursday night football, Saturday edition. Probably the dumbest shit that they do in the NFL.
Monday night football, Saturday night.
Yeah, it's just like, what are we doing? Why don't we just call it? Get a new song, get somebody else involved, get Saturday football. But since this is the first time we've really done a week of pod, the touchdown parlay, we sniffed it. Critter's been holding us afloat for a while, and then of course, when we hit, he doesn't. Between Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever you got, who's got a guy? And I say this every time, too. I will post it. Hopefully I do, because it will make sense. It'll be this week. You'll hear it now, so I don't have to post it. But I will, maybe. Who's got a guy they feel good about?
Give me Jets. He's due. They've been talking about his connection with JJ. JJ to JJ needs to happen.
I've been trying to will that one, and it just hasn't been working.
In New York, the Giants are 2-12. It's just a have fun game. So I can just see both of them grittying together in the end zone.
I hope so.
I will take Monungai.
Kyle Monungai.
Saturday.
Go home with the homer pick.
Double
really
homer.
Worked out well for us last time.
The homer pick. The homer pick worked for me when I had boots on the ground, but that's a little bit different. Justin Jefferson plus 135. Kyle Monungai Saturday night plus 150. Not bad. Critter, what do you got for us?
Give me Amari and Hampton for the Chargers.
Hampton for the Chargers.
I needed him this week, and he didn't do it.
At Dallas. Would love that to happen. Hampton plus 100. I had two. One was a homer. I said I wasn't going to do it, so I'm not. This guy came back last week. I had no idea. When you're at a game, you kind of don't really know what's going on in other games. You see a highlight here and there. Didn't realize. I know they lost. This game was actually Thursday night, I think. And I was at a holiday party, so I didn't pay any attention to that game either. But Mike Evans is playing football again. Didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
He had like 140-something yards, like dominated to what I think is a decent defensive backfield in Atlanta.
Oh, for sure.
And he didn't score, so they're at Carolina. I know Carolina's got some good corners as well, but Mike typically has success inside the division. think he's due, so give me Mike Evans at plus 155.
Yeah, he looked good.
Tampa's getting healthy.
Plus 28.96 with 4 names that I don't hate at all. So we'll see. I mean, maybe the week of picks and getting it live to listeners prior to trying to remember to post it on Instagram, which I've done maybe I think twice in the history of, or I guess not the history of Extra Butter, but it has been the history.
Yeah,
And
little football bet. Tampa play the conference championship game. If that's, I don't know if that's a bet, but I wouldn't hate it
to make the conference
to make it. I don't know if it's because then they'd have to play the Rams, or I guess the Bears or Packers. But
let's see what we got.
If the Packers end up beating the Bears, it's probably for sure going to be the Rams.
If the season ended today, I'm pretty sure the Niners would play the Eagles, the Packers would play the Bears, and I think the Bucs would play either the Rams or Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the 1 seed is right now in the NFC.
Yeah, that is true, but I don't mind it because they are getting. I don't know. I think they're getting healthy at the right time. I'm not sure what their defense is like, but they're getting Godwin starting to give more to him, and then obviously Mike Evans, and then you got Ibuka.
This game is
Baker
literally
and Bucky. Like
this game is that division, isn't it? I mean, the Panthers Bucs game is the whole division because I think they're like tied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a bad division, but the Bucs you'd think would win that.
It is, but yeah, the Bucs they've had guys in and out. In that
All I'm
wide
seeing
receiver
is
room.
stage of elimination for bets. So
Okay,
you get to pick when they get out.
So they would be losing the conference championship.
Losing conference championship is plus 1,300.
Not that bad. That was our odds to win the Super Bowl last time I checked.
hammer it every week.
Evans, Jettas, Monungai, Hampton plus 28.96 DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's get some good juju for the week of premiere this week, which will change again following week, as we'll talk again before these games happen. But I do like that. I think that could be good there for us. But a good football update there, guys. I will get into my gear to grind here, and I think we can all agree, and it hasn't happened to me in a while. But I had a couple different ways to write this down, and I just put a bad travel day stinks. Just a bad travel day stinks. So my wife and I went to Boston on Wednesday last week. Flight was fine. Got out on time. Got in Ubers. Everything was great. Train Friday night from Boston to Philly. Kind of raw dogged it. Didn't have headphones, and I don't know. Felt like it wasn't 6 hours, so it went pretty smooth. Train also, by the way, not a bad way to travel.
I love it.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Great trip. Monday this week, we were scheduled to fly out of Philadelphia to come back to Denver. Plane leaves at 8 a.m. We got to the airport at like 5:50, 6 o'clock. Got there a little bit earlier than I thought we would. Totally fine. Always better to be early there than late. Get some breakfast. Kind of dragging ass. Been a long trip. Plane boards at 7:30. Walking up to the gate. Boarding starting 7:20. I watched the plane pull in. And maybe it didn't pull in. I don't know. But the door opened. One of the pilots came in. And he started talking to the girl at the counter. And I just knew. Because he's pointing. He's like, come look at this. And he's pointing at something. I'm like, oh, my God. Announces flight is going to be delayed for maintenance, which is twofold ass because you're like, I don't love to fly anyway, but if
It's 6 hours, dude.
we're doing maintenance. Yeah, we're doing maintenance. And I'm like, are we still going to fly this plane out of here? So they push it back to like 10 a.m., say like an hour or whatever.
Yeah. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. 30.
Yeah. We get ready to board again at like 12:20. And then it just gets kicked again. They finally announce at like 1:45, 2 o'clock or something, we're going to board the plane. I'm like, oh, my place is going nuts cheering. People on this plane, like we were liquored out from this trip. We weren't drinking. I was actually falling asleep in my chair because I don't usually sleep on planes. And I was ready for this trip. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna pretty much sleep the whole time. And now it's like you keep getting pushed back. It's like the crew of people that were going to Denver that kept going to the board and then back to the bar to get another drink, and like just keeps going. And like, you know, it's Monday. So we get out of there like 2:45. We've been at the airport since 5:45. We land in Denver at like 5. Rush hour, baby. Weekday. It's like man, I'm looking, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And like
paid the toll just to get over there.
Just progressively, like you can hear, like I'm playing hurt today. Just progressively throughout the day, I could feel myself feeling like more and more shit. And like I think we got home at like 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, so like 8:30 Eastern Time. It's like a 14 to 16 hour travel day. Just ass. And like getting out at 8 a.m., getting back to Denver at 10:30 is like, yeah, the flight in the morning stinks, but it's like get home, have a day to relax before you go back to work. Just didn't have any of that. And the real kicker of the whole thing was there's this guy sitting there when we thought we were boarding the next time before they announced that it was getting pushed again. And he's like, he looks at us and he's like, I've been on this flight every Monday the entire year for work. This is the first time that this flight's been delayed. I'm like, sweet, man.
Great, yeah. You could have kept that to yourself.
Yeah, no, dude, that's cool. So you're probably not that pissed. Oh wow, I've gone almost a full year. I am not happy. Got a couple of vouchers, but like nothing great. I just thought, I was like, we have to get out of here. I do not want to stay here another day. You know, it's the back end of the year. I want to get the fuck home, and here we are. We're home. Could be feeling better, but shitty travel days. I don't think there's much worse, and I haven't had one in a while. I would take the 13 or 14-hour drive from Denver back to Peoria because I know what I'm signing up for over the 14 to 16-hour travel day of sitting in the airport and constantly going back.
Yeah.
You're making progress.
Yeah, you're not getting delayed. I mean, you can get traffic and shit, but
I'm leaving my Sunday travel story for an Oscar, but you will hear why it deserves an Oscar. It could have been the gear, and it should have been a gear, but I'll leave it.
Well, we can move into Oscars, but I want you to wait. If somebody has one they want to go first with, gonna step outside.
Any other gears?
Take a little tinkle. Yeah, feel free to take a gear. I'll be right back.
I think we can shelve a gear for next week, but
I'll
go ahead and start with. Yeah, I don't really have one either. Maybe one will come up.
I'm a happy person.
Oscar had a good weekend. I think my Oscar is going to go to my girlfriend Lindsay or her coworker, both, I guess, because technically it was her coworker that had the glass seats, but she's the one that pulled the trigger when she has to work the same hockey games all next week. She still said, screw it. We're going anyways because I haven't sat in the glass seats before. So she pulled the trigger on them. Minor league hockey game, but they are electric. And we got my
minor
brother.
Leagues are fun as fuck.
Yeah, they're really fun. They're the Avs minor league team. It was also their teddy bear toss night.
Oh, I love that.
So they had first goal of the game. Everybody brings a teddy bear and throws it on the ice for charity. They scored with like 2 minutes left in the first period, so they just treated it as intermission. So once the first period was over, they started the second period immediately. But yeah, we got tickets for my brother because he came up for an early Christmas with Mom, and then Lindsay got offered those tickets, and she pulled the trigger, and boy, glass seats are fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's like a whole
hockey's
different...
one of the best in-person sports.
Yeah. But like I've been to many because she works there, but I was like locked. When we got down there, it was so much fucking fun.
Yeah. So when you say glass seats, you mean like front row
Oh yeah.
or like box?
No, front row.
Yeah.
Oh
You're
yeah.
touching
Front
the
row.
Dude, those
Glass
are
seats. Yeah.
the closer you are for a hockey game, just the experience is.
Well, like
that
the fun
much
thing
better.
about that is like when I'm up, usually I'm just like up high because it's like whatever she can get me.
Right.
And it's not that high up to begin with. It's one bowl. Like it's not.
And those are
Multiple
nice
layers.
because you can see everything happening. So there's not a
Yeah.
bad seat usually in a hockey arena.
No. Especially in minor league, there's not a bad seat in that house. But like there was something about being on the glass seats where you could just see like their eyes and how they were interacting with each other. Whereas you can kind of see it up high, but there was a lot of staring down that you can see when you're up
So
close.
much
So
trash talk.
had a
too.
puck come like straight at my fucking face and the eye flinched.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You have
Only
to.
human.
Oh yeah. No, it was just that was a fucking fun time. Stayed up way
Speaking
too
of-
late after it too.
Speaking of hockey news, the Wild pulled off and traded for one of the best players, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" I don't know anything about professional hockey except for like we have a couple good players, and
Mhm.
you know we've been mediocre for a bit, kind of getting in the playoffs. But
Did they
Yeah.
get Hughes?
yeah, they got Hughes and
Did he come from New Jersey?
no Vancouver.
Okay.
Everybody
It's a brother.
on
Jack
Minnesota
Hughes.
sports, everybody on Minnesota sports Twitter was just, we finally did something. We actually pulled something off. What the hell? Everybody's like panicking. But yeah, the meme of that was his first game. He like had a couple good plays, and it's just a deadpan shot of him, and he's just like disassociating for like 30 seconds. He's just staring into the ice, not any eye movement, no blinks, just this is who we got. We got
I
a
didn't see
psycho
that.
on our
It's
team.
like welcome Minnesota to
Yeah.
Hughes hockey.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That's cool.
I'll
Yeah,
see if I
Jack
can find
Hughes is in New Jersey, I think. But I know a couple names in the old on the old.
Yeah, what is
the
it?
old
It's Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm pretty
Um,
sure it's his brother.
While he's doing that, my Oscar, futons. Great space-saving furniture.
Yeah,
Makes the room feel big. You got company, pull the futon out. Now you got a bed.
I
Name
think-
something better than that.
yeah. I think futons are better than pull-out couches.
Yep.
It's hard to find a
Pull-out
good
couches
futon,
fall.
though.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
true.
yours, Geese?
Mine specifically, yeah, but mine is like a foam mattress that we have like a like the bottom sheet has like a padding in it.
Hey, You're,
It's a little
you're
stiff.
talking to somebody that slept in that puppy a couple times.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
true.
say.
As a big
Yeah.
boy, thing's nice.
Yeah.
Thing's nice. It's firm too. I like firm.
Is it in that room right there, Geese? Is that
It's
how
right
you're like,
next to him.
I don't have an Oscar to give.
Yeah, you can probably see my little indent in there.
But yeah, looking around the room.
I was
my
gonna
Oscar
say,
goes
where's
to-
my Oscar? Oh, that's it.
Right here,
All right.
baby.
All right,
Because
okay.
like anyone that comes by, it's your spare room. It's my office. Everything fits with it pulled out, like it's perfect size. And then when no one's here, it's just a couch. I throw my clothes on. It's amazing.
Trav, I can go next just to save yours for last. But
Okay.
I was gonna joke and say, yeah, mine goes to chapstick. No, mine's quick. I mean, pretty common theme. The city of brotherly love, man. It is just a special place. I mean, my wife was like, the people are nicer here than they are in Denver. They like actually give a shit about you, like what's going on in your day, and had a lot of good people. I mean, Go Birds is like a hello and a goodbye. Had a buddy at work that's from the area that's not an Eagles fan. Philly, everything except the Eagles, and was trying to. He's like, it's really more of a Phillies town. And I'm like, and when they support all their teams, but like Christmas Village is going on, massive, one of the most busy ones I've ever been to. I've been to Milwaukee, Denver, Chicago, Boston markets for Christmas, and like, there's not really a dedicated, Nuggets booth or. I don't remember Chicago too much. There might be a Bears tent or something, but like in Philly, it's like multiple just Eagles dedicated booths. There's not other teams there. When I was in Boston, it's like a cool tent with different puzzles at different stadiums. Really, really cool. Like, haven't seen that in Denver, but in Philly, it was like it's Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, Philly stuff. There's not going to be another team up there. But yeah, dude, just good people. I think, like I said earlier, like bad rep of Philadelphians, but I don't see it. I know obviously I'm a diehard Eagles fan and can fit in pretty well. But just genuine people, like actually people that come up and talk to you, like give a shit about why are you here, where are you from, oh, it's your first time going to a Birds game, like welcome to Philly. Just an awesome place. Walked pretty much everywhere from where we were. But yeah, shout out Philly. I'd move there in a heartbeat. I don't think we're ever going to, but
how many cheesesteaks?
We had one. We asked around a lot. We had a girl that used to live under us in Denver that is from there that told us a few, and we get in the Uber to go to one of them called Joe's. Been there for a long time, and as soon as we get in the Uber, he saw where we were going, and we're getting picked up from the hotel. And before he started driving, he's like, "All right, gotta ask you, like, why Joe's?" And I'm like, "Well, we had somebody." He's like, "It's just been here a long time. Anytime someone's going to like not a typical Pat or Gino's, like your touristy spots, like he's like, I always ask why or how'd you hear about it?" And I was like, "Yeah." She said Joe's or Delisandro's, and he's like, "No, Delisandro's." He's like, "No, don't go there." He's like, "There's a lot of meat on their sandwiches, but a lot of meat doesn't always mean it's worth the shit." He's like, Joe's is a good one. He's like, it's just not as people don't hear about it as much. So just things like that. Yeah, dude, just awesome place. I did get Cheese Whiz on mine. She got, I think, American or something. But yeah, dude, awesome place, great time. Not a bad thing to say about Philly.
Oh yeah,
Obviously.
Yeah, and it just sucks because now like it always taints it a little bit when you have a bad travel day out. Like that just puts a memory in your head. But yeah, those type of trips are forever. So this is a long Oscar. That could be a gear to grind, but I'm just not going to make it one. So last week, Wednesday, we take off to go back to New York and finish up some stuff on those jobs that we were doing. And it's just me, Tanner, and my dad. So me, my brother, and my dad. We're heading out there. Trip out there is easy. We took our side-by-side, 2-seat side-by-side on a aluminum single axle trailer. Just fit perfectly on there. Easy. If we needed to go anywhere on the sites, great. Trip out there went perfect, smooth. Stopped in Buffalo at the first job, kind of hung out. And then the next night, we head down to the Albany area for the first job, and one where we had actually more work to do at. Get there bright and early in the morning, get some shit done. Had about a 4-hour excursion of doing the wrong, doing the right thing wrong, to then reverse it to the right way because of the troubleshooting. Like you have to troubleshoot it, but you figure out in the middle of troubleshooting it that you didn't have to do it. One of the worst things to happen, because you're like, oh, we had it right, and we basically broke it and then refixed it. So that was like the worst part of the trip so far. We were like, oh, if that's the worst thing that's going on, then we're doing pretty good. Head back up to Buffalo, finish that stuff. And we're like, you know what? Let's just stay tonight. We'll get past Chicago on a Sunday, watch football all day while we're driving, easy drive. It's snowing like 30% of the morning, 40% of the morning, where it's like, oh man, like what a great way to start the trip. It's going to delay our way to get past Chicago. We get to Chicago, it's like probably 6:30, and we're like, all right, well, Vikes game's about to start. We'll be able to really get past Chicago at a good time and stay in Wisconsin and get home at a good time on Monday. We're about 5 to 10 miles past Chicago. Like, all right, we made it. Tan's going to turn lanes. Vikes game just started. JJ threw his first pick. I'm like, God damn it. Tan looks over me because I kind of flinched. He looks in the mirror. Sparks are flying out of the back of our trailer. I mean, it's a shit show back there, like a fireworks show. He's like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. We had no spare because it's a new trailer to us.
Oh, no.
Not only that, we drag it out to the side. We walk back there. The tire is gone. There's no fixing it. The axle is like turned up and bent into it, and the like fender is all bent back. So we're like,
you couldn't patch it.
No, there's no patching that. So immediately, like, what are we gonna do? First thought is, what the hell are we gonna do? So we're sitting there, and I call. So here it is. It is a gear to grind, and then an Oscar. Here's the gear. Call our insurance's roadside assistance. They're like, could you get, like, I give them the policy number and everything. Like, I had it just sitting there ready to go because I wanted to get the hell out of there. Gave to him. She's like, let me get back to you. She gets back on the line after like a 5-minute hold. She's like, I'm just not seeing this in our system. It's like showing a different insurance thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sit on hold or talk to you anymore. Click off. I was not going to deal with the rigmarole of an insurance company and try to figure it. So we call the first Google ad tow company. I see the number. They're Chicago based. Boom, hit it. I call them up, and it's somebody that is not from the United States of America. That's going to help me get towed within the United States of America. But bless their hearts, they got us figured out where we were. They were like, you know what? Where's your destination? And I'm speaking this in great English. I am not going to try to butcher how they spoke it in not so good English. A little bit of Spanglish action. They're like, what if we brought it to your house? Like, you're not from here. Where's your house? I gave him my address. Okay, so, and I gave him a couple options. Like, it's about $4,800 to bring it to your house, or $4,200 to bring it to the other option. And we're like, no. How about your laydown yard? And she goes, okay, I'll get right back to you. It'll be $300 to bring it to the laydown yard, $150 to park it overnight. We're like, that's the option I wanted. I don't know why we wasted time on that. So she's like, all right, I got one coming. It'll be within the next 60 to 90 minutes. 3 hours go by. We watched the entire Vikings game sitting in the truck. From start to finish, because that's when the thing popped off and the sparks, because he threw the first pass. All the way to the end, we were listening to Chris Collinsworth talking about the post game when he pulled up. And we're like, you know what? That could have been a lot worse. We could have got hurt. Somebody could have got hurt. We have no idea what happened to it. Like, the tires were nice. This thing had not been used a lot. But yeah, we were thinking maybe somebody hit it. Because Chicago drivers, you guys all know, Chicago drivers suck ass. They are fast. They don't look over. They don't give a shit. They're changing 3 lanes all the time. Shit, my battery's running low. They're changing lanes like every 2 seconds. And it's just nuts. But yeah, Oscar goes to that tow truck guy because when he showed up, he was the nicest guy, figured it out, brought it to right where we need it. And then we came back with our brand new trailer that we bought. Needed to get one anyways. He's like, I got you. Let's just bring it right over. We slid it right into the trailer, took off. So Oscar goes to that guy. Don't remember his name. He's never going to read this, listen to it, watch it. But shout out to that guy.
Never know. Never know. He might.
Might read it.
Yeah, you could have. I would have. Yeah, I think you could have handled that situation a little worse. Like, I would have been fired up.
Yeah, I was the best person to be on the phone. Dude, why is my laptop not charging?
The fact that you had the Vikings game was nice. Like, the fact that it was Sunday and you had football to watch definitely helped.
That's big time.
Yeah,
the fact that it was
TV
on
and
Sunday,
the fucking thing.
Yeah,
it helped for sure.
Yeah, you had something going on.
Let me get this battery shit figured out. But yeah, Oscar goes to that guy.
Shout out that guy. Good Oscars. I don't want to take up too much more time in the intro. Did want to quick touch on just movies in general. Did watch two, one on the way there, one on the way back. One good, one not happy about. Which one do you want to hear about first?
The good one.
The good one. I did watch Relay, the movie you saw as a screen unseen, and I did not go.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the movie.
Yeah.
That was good.
Good turn, good twist, interesting take. Kind of a unique movie. I mean, again, it's like a plot that you maybe have seen before, but the way they did it was different, and just the whole thought of just the relay service of communicating to somebody else through no traceable records was pretty cool. But the twist in that was awesome. Thought the ending, I thought everything about it was good, start to finish. Like, very good movie. I was gonna watch it on the way there. Ended up watching it on the way back because I was scrolling through, and they actually had a lot of good, like, newer movies on.
Dude, airplane movies slap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a personal Netflix they got on there from all the like. Why can't we just have the United app for TV movies?
Yeah,
or, whatever they're showing, I want it because they have all the new releases. It's all on one place.
Yeah.
What kind of deal are they pulling for those?
And it was United. I don't know if I already said that, but it was United, so it makes sense. That
I don't know if you did or not, but United's the only one that has that shit. So.
Yeah. But no, I was going to watch on the way there, and then
Delta's
I saw
also goated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Delta is a little higher than United.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
They're definitely more expensive, I think.
But the other one I watched on the way there was the Smashing Machine, the UFC movie. I don't know if anybody's seen that yet.
I've not.
It just
felt it wasn't good.
Just very, like, it was 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, but just felt very, like, we didn't get into that much. The Rock was good. I thought The Rock was good. Obviously, he didn't really look like The Rock. I thought they did an awesome job there. His character, Mark Kerr, who he played, very, very well done by him. Side shout out to Emily Blunt. Didn't really know who she was until I looked it up afterwards.
She's awesome.
She's good. Shot. Helps. Her character in the movie was just always causing just never really like maybe a little bit decent, but like for the most part, just kind of felt like she was just fucking Mark's life up. But like the whole thing is like Mark Kerr's story, and the real story is Mark Coleman. It's like Mark Coleman was kind of the star of the show, and then you had UFC guys playing, acting, and I thought they did okay, but like Ryan Bader was Mark Coleman, and he did fine. But it's like, you got The Rock, and then you've got Ryan Bader and Boss Rutan. It just lacked as much story as I felt like it could have had.
Right.
And I'm interested to look into Mark Kerr's life a little more to see how shitty that girl was or how shitty he was that they didn't show. But yeah, Smashing Machine just wasn't not as good as you would have wanted it to be. So
that's a bummer.
I'd check it out.
Good too.
Yeah. When I saw how fast it came out on streaming, I figured it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So
speaking of streaming, the new Knives Out released on Friday on Netflix.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Those are all Netflix release movies, or no?
So the first one was theatrical. I looked all this up because I thought the same fucking thing. Because the second one, or the first one's not on Netflix, and the second one is. So the first one did the theatrical release and then did its typical streaming, but then got bought by, I think it was Amazon, or Netflix bought the naming rights after that. And so the second one was Netflix with like limited theatrical.
That was The Glass Onion, right?
Yep,
or something like
correct.
That.
And then I can't remember the name of this one, but Knives Out 3 did a small theatrical release again, and then Netflix, I think it like had a
What is it, like
theatrical
the
release like a month
Stay
ago.
Sleeping or Dead Man Sleeping, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But
they bought the sequels for $450 million, 2 and 3.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
I've heard good things of people being hyped about the new one. I haven't seen.
Dude,
any
they're good murder mystery movies, and Daniel Craig is fucking phenomenal. And they get big names in these movies, man.
Yeah, Wake Up Dead Man. That's the third.
Yep.
There you go.
I've seen the trailer for the first one for sure. I never ended up watching it, but I was always interested. And then I've heard from people about like, are you ready for the third one? I'm like, fuck, I haven't even seen the first one, but I would watch those.
Well, I think I've only seen the second one. I know I've seen Glass Onion. I don't think
You gotta watch the first one, boys. Put it on the list.
I'll watch it.
I'll dive
Go
into it.
rent it. Do something. Like that one has Chris Evans in it. I forget the old guy's name, but and Jamie Lee Curtis is in there as well.
I was gonna say Lannister.
I was gonna say Jamie Spears because it popped in my head today. It was like Jamie Spears, and I was thinking Zoe 101. No, it was Zoe 101 thing on Instagram I saw, and then I started thinking about where's she now?
Could also say Jamie Tart.
Speaking of
Fucking Jamies.
buyouts, Warner Bros. Is going with Netflix instead of Paramount.
That
So
catalog is going
your-
to be huge.
Expect your Netflix bill to go.
Yeah.
But
It's already
also
going up.
But that
Just
includes the HBO catalog too.
Mm-hmm.
So like you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to be playing for
HBO.
HBO Max, like it's just going to go right in Netflix.
Yeah,
So,
instead you're gonna pay $45 for Netflix.
yeah.
Netflix is taking over.
And I think
slowly.
in DC, so you get your Batmans. And
I
shit.
know that's why I have HBO. It's 50. That's it. It's $20 a month, but I get my DC shows and everything. And now it's gonna go to fucking Netflix, and that will skyrocket. Then they'll probably get rid of it and shop it out. That I'm getting over streaming really quickly.
Netflix is like we've talked about. Netflix is the one that will become cable. They'll get them all.
Netflix is Potter in It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Potter.
of,
So.
it's getting
Yeah.
Potter,
Hey.
right? I'm pretty sure that's
Yep.
Warner Bros. Too.
Yep.
They are. Yeah.
Those intros
Um,
on Harry Potter's with the Warner Bros. Logo as they progress, that's sick.
That
Yeah. Well, very well
was
done.
lit.
Very well
Had
done.
to be there. Had to be there.
Yeah, those are throwbacks.
Harry Potter, good movie.
Good. Speaking of Potter, episode 3 of our Christmas holiday series, we go back to 1946 for our oldest movie we've ever watched in the pod. For It's a Wonderful Life, original family fantasy Christmas movie. I don't have it off the top of my head. Have they only redone this once, or have they redone it more than once? Or have they
I
ever?
think
redone it?
they just made it
They
color.
just did like the
That's it.
remaster,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Let's
remaster.
check it quick.
Because I know that the thumbnail is color, but the movie's not, and I didn't know if that thumbnail was original or not. I know behind me is a different type of picture, but like if you look up the original artwork, it shows it in color, but the movie's obviously in black and white. So I don't know. But anyway, It's a Wonderful Life, episode 3 of our Christmas series. Like we've talked about, good gamut of movies so far. Hopefully, the wheel does justice to us tonight, but. Trav, without further ado.
Yeah,
tell us a
what
little bit
a
about you.
what a fantastic movie. We were talking about this morning. Brennan, like, shocked that it was 2 hours. But yeah, the gist of it with George Bailey being the dude, and I really liked how it was kind of centered around. I like how old movies are centered around one dude or one character, because it just it flows so much more nicely without special effects. But yeah, George Bailey goes through his life. It's so. This movie was so. Touching is probably the best word, because it's like reality of somebody trying to do so many good things, and then just getting the shit kicked out of you with life in the last little bit. That's basically my intro with it. I didn't really want to get too far into it because I know we're going to talk about a lot of the details with how good this movie is. But great movie. For a 40s style movie that is still relevant with the aspects of his life that he was living with. with his job and his life and his wife and his kids and his friends, still holds up today. So I'm excited to hear Geese's side of it because of how many times you've watched it and the fact that you guys keep watching it. I think I'm going to turn into one of those people that watch it every year. So without further ado, let's hear Geese's 80 times watching background of this movie.
Hee-haw! Hee-haw! Legendary movie. I hope I win $1 million. Hot dog! The fact that, like you said, Trav, the fact it's a 1946 movie, still relevant today, still all-time Christmas movie category. It's top dog, dude. My family's been watching this movie since I can remember. Every Christmas Eve, It's a Wonderful Life has always been on that television. I think my dad can probably quote the entire movie. And that typically happens every time we watch it. But like, there's just even just going from the quotes to the music, like the special effects they're doing, like that's all lime because of how old it, like when this movie took place. Like it's not snow. It's not like, I don't know what else, feathers. Like they're spraying lime on that to get that effect going. These guys are running through it, all that shit. George Bailey is an incredible main character. Mm-hmm. And I think what I like most about it is I was like, when you watch a movie without having a reason to do it, you don't really like think about it too much. And like this time I'm watching it and I'm thinking about it. Like it's a Christmas movie that we don't even get into like it being winter until we're an hour into it. It spends so much time building and building and building George Bailey's life to where when it crashes down, man, it hits you right in the fucking nuts. And you don't really get those movies anymore. The movies we've watched so far, obviously one's a comedy, but like the Santa Claus and everything, like you're immediately thrust into it. So I think I complained about it during that movie is like, you don't get a feel why, Tim Allen's a bad guy. But in this one, you see everything about why George Bailey is a good guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an all-time movie.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty positive this is the first time I ever watched this, and you go into it with certain thoughts about being from 1946. They're like, okay, like wasn't
that is a old ass intro, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't
fucking like paper mache moon or some shit in front of the camera. Yeah.
I wasn't like stoked to watch it, but I knew it had obviously stood the test of time. And this is definitely a cliche we use a lot, but like before its time type of movie. Because I think when you look at all of, if you try to think of a handful of Christmas movies or plots and shit, like how many have been pulled from this movie? Like, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this in the last damn near 100 years, like the whole back end of, here is what life would be if you were never born. Like, I feel like that type of story or that plot twist has happened so many times that I've seen movies, but like this would definitely be the reason why they use it, because they're not as old as this movie. So when it got there, it's like, it's weird to feel, I don't want to say nostalgia, but kind of like other movies you've seen that have used this.
And this is like the first original. Yeah.
Yes. And then it gets to you where it's like, you're using nostalgia to compare newer movies to this one. It's like, no, like, yes, it's nostalgic because you've seen these other movies when you're younger, but this one is where all of that came from. Like you talk about, I don't know I can't think of the movies off the top of my head, but I was thinking like, the Ghost of Christmas Past, like Christmas Carol, I think. Like they use a lot of this movie or like Scrooge. Scrooge. Mm-hmm. Like this was the OG of like, this is where those things all get pulled from. I agree with you, Geese. Like we complain a lot about the bare bones movies. I think I use that phrase about Santa Claus, like a bare bones Christmas classic movie. And they don't do that here. And I always am curious when I watch these, like, are they doing a lot of like are we shooting these scenes 1,000 times? No, like they're not reshooting, I think, a bunch of this stuff. I think there was at least once where I caught Potter, of all people, like kind of fucking up his line and fixing it, and they just leave it in. And it's like that made me think too, like I bet they don't really reshoot these scenes, like
Too expensive, I would think.
yeah. So
Because that's like, it's 1946. I'm assuming they're doing it on film,
yeah,
like whatever that's actually called.
Well, and what's your
Film,
expectation for this movie? Like, this is one of the. I don't think it was one of the first ones for this director, Frank Capra. But like, you don't know how big a movie's going to be until it is in theaters and people are watching it. They might have had a hint, but like, even that rawness of a missed line or a little bit of acting that you're like, okay, like that's an obvious. You're reading it, maybe potentially on a card in the back, but it doesn't matter because just like the storytelling itself is so good in this movie. There's no other way to say it. Like the timeline that it moves throughout the entire thing of just his life and people coming into his life, and like you can kind of predict it, but you kind of can't. Like being the first time watching, I was like, okay, I know that he's probably going to try to do something that night because they're trying to save him with praying for him or whatever. Now, when you get the full scheme of what leads up to that night, you're like, wow.
yeah,
That's impressive writing for a 2-hour movie in the 40s.
yeah. And that's what I mean by expectations. Like I just assumed that I'd probably like it, but my expectations weren't high because it's like you're not. And now, granted, Christmas I think is a different category of like I don't need Bumblebee to come fight,
Yeah.
Megatron, it's like you don't need the special effects like that. But I just was like, hey, grain of salt, get through it, and we'll talk about it. But the storytelling was through the roof.
Here's something I want to do that we've done in the past. It got a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes. I want to see some of the reviews on it. See what people that watch movies all the time.
I want to see some of the
critique
bad
it.
ones because they're full of it.
We probably won't see a lot of bad ones, but I think what we're going to see is a lot of the same things that we're saying as far as storytelling and like it being such an old movie. But I'm curious to see what they have for reviews.
I actually think the movie really benefited from being a timepiece of current events, essentially. Because
off the war,
it's a 1946 movie right after World War II, and then you're showing everything that led up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Heard a little scratcheroo on the door behind me there.
I shared IMDb, not Rotten Tomatoes.
IMDb.
I always say it. Get used to it.
That one's a tough one.
IDBM.
Have you guys been seeing the trend going around where it's like the tongue twisters and it's like beat, and you have the different
We going popcorn or are we going critic?
Let's see some critics.
94 and 95, not too
That's
shabby.
so good. 10 out of 10.
I'm looking. There's a green one.
There we go.
Capra, in fact, shrinks as Ford and Weiler have shrunk from pursuing the inquiry into human nature so far as the easy, superficial goodness, but no farther.
Yeah,
I call bullshit.
They're from the UK too.
Dillis.
Sunday Times in the UK.
Yeah, good for him. Didn't understand his.
What kind of name is Dillis?
That's an interesting one.
A lot of tomatoes.
A lot of tomatoes.
There's a green.
There we go. 2 out of 5.
Only in the acquisition of money. Community.
One problem with the film is that it's only in the acquisition of money and the community subjugating their own savings and needs for George that his rebirth can be complete. I don't agree with that.
But that's a great movie with all the stuff that they put into it. Like that
Well,
story itself is
and
a great
the
movie.
thing is, they set it
Christmas
up with
spirit.
his dad in the very beginning. Like George explicitly states that like it's all money. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like that's not me. And his dad just says, no, you got to look at it as a channel to helping people because that's what everything revolves around.
Yeah.
It did boil down to the Christmas spirit, but like money was the giving thing that they had. But when you look at the things he gave up and what life he wanted to watch everybody else live the life he wanted to go live, to pinpoint, it just comes back to him getting money.
Yep.
It's crazy to just eliminate the entire 2 hours.
Well, his problem was not having money, so
yeah, and getting it stolen by the dude that's trying to monopolize
that also
the
wants
world.
money.
Yeah,
which is still relevant. Like
I do wish at the end of the movie we would have had him getting alternate endings to this movie would be good.
Him just socking Potter there.
Getting Potter gets arrested. They find out he stole the money. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I thought maybe we were going to get that.
You could remake this. You could remake this movie in today's sense, no problem, with different scenarios of like each character. No problem.
You don't need to. Don't need to remake a perfect movie.
No, but I mean to make it relevant, you can make it relevant again.
True. But
I thought
I like that you bring up being relevant because every time we talk about this movie, the color version always gets brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Screw that. Don't ever touch it. You have to watch it in the original format of black and white. And I think it adds so much. Like, dude, when we get Mary and it's all, sparkles and like super like brushed up, like there's just an aspect of that doesn't get translated when you colorize it.
Yeah,
I think.
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just going to say at the beginning, one of the funny parts to me was the concept of where we've gotten now. If you've got angels or people coming from heaven, and what you would see now to portray that to where this was like a galaxy talking to a universe, talking to a star. Like, hey, we're going to send this, AS2, Angel Squad. I can't remember exactly, Angel Squad 2 or he didn't have his wings, but he's a star, and it's like their concept back then was like, okay, how do we portray this in a movie? We're gonna have just outer space talking to each other, and now it's like you'd have like this vast shot of heaven and angels walking around like an angel town and
perfect CGI.
Walking around.
Well, it's also a Christmas movie that's not about like presents or I know there's other movies like that, so it's isn't unique and it's by itself, but like it's more about your family and everything. It's not about Santa. It's not about gifts. Like it's definitely a higher level of understanding, I guess is where I'm going with
that.
But
like nowadays it's all portrayed around like
very material. This is like heartfelt,
and this is like real, where those are like very orchestrated and
like everyone has these emotions. I feel like that's why like it's such a great movie, is that being poor pays, I suppose, is that everyone with no money understands like going through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and most of them had already lived through
a lot of
depression. In that era, they'd already lived through the Depression and another war, so like even that makes more sense, and probably another reason why the movie was so popular. Is super relatable then.
And it's like until you're pretty later, I mean literally towards the back end, it's like I was kind of thinking I knew we were going to get there, but it's like you don't even realize it's a Christmas movie yet.
Yeah,
right.
Christmas is not really relevant at all until they get to the end of it, and then it comes full. It obviously brings it all together, but it's like I was, pretty far in. I don't remember where, but I'm like, this has not really been a Christmas movie at all.
I was
It
right
goes,
there.
it
I
goes
was
down
right there with
real
you.
quick.
And then, like Geese said, it hits you.
Yeah.
Christmas right in the nuts.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's like a lot of it is just you're kind of bought into this movie that it does take you an hour, and you're like, what does this have to do with fucking Christmas?
Yeah. Well, I think
and
my
it
favorite
really doesn't. I mean, like, if we get down to it, like 5 minutes of the film is during the winter, during
Best part
Christmas,
about
like,
it. Best part about it.
which it is, dude. They just compact everything. It's more about character growth and relationships than it is about the actual event.
And the true meaning of Christmas as opposed to the things we just
Right.
talked about of what we
It's just
see
like
now.
it's just like Die Hard, like
Yeah.
happened during Christmas. Like that could happen any day of the year and probably get the same outcome. But
no Christmas movie.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
No, like especially the government guys. Like if that was in July, fuck,
Yeah.
buddy, here you go.
Yeah. I think my favorite parts of the movie, like I had a few that really stood out. When they leave the dance and their first interaction of walking back and just like that little flirtatious and like getting their vibes together, like that was such a cool interaction even for just a movie. Like their little sarcasm, their little jump around, and his little use of words was so cool to even see somebody in the 40s do that. I feel like, that's Riz now. Like he's got some good Riz on it.
This is a unique situation,
and
I don't know if a man has ever been in.
yeah, to tie it in with like both of their wishes, throwing rocks through the glass of the house that they were going to have in the future, and it all coming through. Like that is not easy writing.
No.
That is not easy writing, and for them to make it so easy to follow through with that, or like make the audience follow with that is, yeah, you don't get that with movies these days. You just don't.
Well, it's like the house itself progresses through the movie too. Broken down shack. Then they're having their honeymoon in there, and then the next time you see it, it's fully built out and everything. It's like that house itself is like their relationship. But it's like it grows along with everything else in the movie.
One thing I could have seen in the negative reviews is the time jumps. I think might have been a little bit of it's a little clunky, but I'll forgive it.
Yeah. I think
while we were criticizing though, I think the one thing I don't necessarily agree with is that, everyone goes off to war and then comes back and it's just barely any time has passed. Like there's no physical features that have changed, anything like that. That's super, super nitpicky, and I don't know if I would expect it either. But it's just one of those things. It's like you actually think about World War II, and then they all come back and everyone's fine. Like,
yeah,
all right,
well,
yeah, maybe a little nitpicky, but I agree.
To that interaction you're talking about, Trav, of like his kind of sarcasm, quirkiness, comments he makes, songs that they're singing together, and then you see him just lose that. When she tries to get him going again later on, the world is just kicking him down, and it's like he's not doing that, and he's not talking that way. He's not singing the song back. He's over it. He gets frustrated with his kids, and it's just odd that Geese appreciates something like that, because it felt like a few movies ago, everything that happened in somebody's life prior to the main event just didn't matter. Like being married didn't matter. I thought we needed that in this movie to get where we got.
No, you want to bring it up? Let's talk about it. I looked up the third movie. Guess who ain't fucking mentioned in it? The wife.
We'll get there. We'll get there in 6 months.
Yeah, we will. She's not even a character in that fucking movie.
It's a funny one to bring up, but yeah, it's like those small details to then notice that those small aneurysms or I always say aneurysms. It's not aneurysms. Aneurysms is not good.
No, we don't want.
Yeah. Everyone
aneurysms. Yeah, it's like see that small details change in just how he day to day acts because of just the compounding shit that has just continued to happen. Like his
Yeah.
brother comes back from college because he has to take over for his dad. His brother's not going to move home to take over for him so he can go live his life. He's going to continue to hold it down. His brother's getting married. Then he wins more medals. You know, his wife, Mary, got to go off to school. She came back, but like all the things he wanted to do, everybody else did. And like you get to that scene at the end when he's just fucking losing it on his kids and stuff. It's like that is just not the guy you saw
But
for
that is so freaking relatable. That's like
Yeah.
90% of people with at least a couple aspects of their life that they wanted to do. You know,
And like
Yeah,
when
you
you
go
really
back-
think about it, that guy, like George Bailey, owes $8,000. He gets a forward of $25K plus. How much money do you think all those people gave him at the end?
probably
you know,
a few grand at least.
Probably
Yeah.
a few grand. He sacrificed his life's dreams, and he only got fucking $28,000 out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I if we break it down like that, like he still gave up all of this for all these other people, and
That's the superficial. That's a superficial
right, right.
analogy of it, or like the result of it. But what it really is the opportunity to keep doing what you're doing, and now he can truly appreciate what he's actually got. You know,
Yeah, and the scene obviously when he is gone, and then he does realize he want like I want it all back.
that was sick. That was such a cool way to do a movie of just, and like you said, it's been in different movies and kind of rewritten a bunch of times. The fact that he's like asking people and be like, dude, like, you know me. I know where you live.
Yeah.
I've been to your house 100 times. He's like,
Yeah.
And imagine being in that position. Like this guy said, he's been to your
That's
house
good
100
ass
times.
acting, too.
Oh fuck!
that's good acting.
Everybody was
Yeah.
good acting, and
Yeah.
I noticed it with George Bailey as a kid, and it didn't feel like a child actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this before too, but a lot of the movies we've seen that have child actors have been pretty solid because I feel like they'd be the easiest ones to nitpick,
Yeah.
True.
and we haven't really had to do that much. Like they're pretty damn good, and I think obviously again it's like a lot of them have careers after that, which
Yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, the acting was really good, and I also said this in the pod that was never released, To Kill a Mockingbird. The voices of these older movies are just are awesome.
Yeah.
Like the main dudes are always just a great acting voice.
Yeah, he reminds me of that guy. Get the actor's
Yeah.
name.
We've talked about it a lot in the last however many pods. Always get your scumbag. Otter.
I thought about that when we got that, like when we were kind of leading into it. And I was like, we were just talking about scumbags and everything. I was like, Mr. Potter's at top of the list, man. That dude is fucking evil.
There's
Yeah, he
a lot
stinks.
of them. There's a lot of them in the world today. There's a lot of Mr. Potters.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah,
Doing the same
and like
shit.
trying to take him down, trying to jump on it when his father passes away, and then trying to hire him just to get his leg up.
That's the
on
one
him.
that gets under the skin, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, I'll start you off at $20,000 a year, and dude, it's like you can get out of everything that is on top of you with that type of job and being able to, really egging him on to take this position by knowing what he's, given up. And just to use that against him is just such a scumbag thing to do.
and he had him for like a brief second.
Yeah.
He had him. It's like an offer you just can't resist.
That was a Hulk Hogan Macho Man handshake right there.
Yeah. Didn't make it
He
happen.
just, it's like his scumbagness just got on his hand, and he realized, like, wait a minute, buddy, you're not taking everything I've ever worked for in my family's name.
Because we're talking about this scene, we always talk about in my family, still takes a cigar. It's a nice cigar.
Yeah. That was a big boy.
I'm fucking taking it.
Yeah. It's like he drops it
Just
when he
says
gets
fuck
offered.
you to everybody out the door.
Mhm.
Nope. You too. You too. You too.
Yeah, you all suck too. You're all some of the other Bob Rip Stogie.
Dude, we've talked a lot about the movie, and one thing we always talk about is quotes. And I feel like this movie's got quite a few of them.
I feel like Geese is in waiting to be the
one that
dad
I
quote.
recognize.
No.
The one I recognize that I've seen before in clips and shit is the lasso the moon and bring it down. You know, that's the only one I've ever seen from this movie.
That whole image is probably all
at
over
the dance.
Etsy.
It's not a quote, but you always I've seen a lot of Mary at the dance.
Yep.
When he's walking up to her, but
she was perfectly
that's
cast
the
too.
quote.
So that's a perfect actress for that position.
We want to talk about a perfect actress, Miss Violet. Woo!
Yeah.
But like, and I bring her up with the quotes because, dude, she has some great just lines. Like, you like every boy. What's wrong with that? Oh, this little thing? I only wear it when I don't care what I look like. Like, there's just some, boys, wait right here. I might have a date. It's like, she just has classic lines throughout the whole thing.
Still ends up broke.
True.
I'm usually a pretty good quote guy, and I'm like going back through my notes, and the only one I've got that I've found, and I'm sure there's more than maybe I try to put quotes around it just to differentiate it from every other chicken scratch I have. But the one I liked was when Clarence came down and George is realizing he's not realizing, but like this guy is talking loony, you know. So, you know, they start talking about money, and he basically is just like, we don't have money in heaven, like we don't need it, and he just hits him with like, pretty nice down here, bub. Like, it's pretty important down here, buddy. Like, I fucking am out $8,000. I'm in trouble, and Clarence is 0 fucks are given.
Yeah.
Money, like, we don't need money in heaven. It's pretty important down here, bud. But yeah, I didn't have as many quotes written down from this one. I mean, I'm sure there's probably things I just missed.
Yeah, I feel like just from like my position of, dude, I watch this all the time, so you're gonna pick up the ones that are funny. Like Violet walks by and the cop's like, I gotta go see what the wife is doing.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of older humor one-liners for sure.
Dude, the old humor, the old logos of everything, like the druggist, just their terminology and vocab is just always makes me laugh. Like, he's putting poison into the pills, like that's the label poison.
Yeah.
Just so you can, like shit like that.
It's
hilarious.
Yeah, like, we're gonna make this very clear. This is not good. And it's always the skull and crossbones that comes with the poison.
Yep.
And if it wasn't color, you got to imagine we got a green bottle with a black label, you know.
Right. Yeah, like skull and crossbones on it, things like that. One of the other, like, I feel like every generation has this, but kids back then really got their ass beat, dude. Like, Mr. Gower just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And like that's common, man. That's what those guys dealt with. And obviously it goes through generations and things like that, but like that just fucks you up.
Yeah, I thought about that when he did melt down at the end and he started freaking out on his kids, and like they all kind of like, they don't say shit back to him because, in that era, dude, that guy's blowing a fuse like no one's safe in there, and God forbid you fucking speak up and say
Mom
something.
ain't gonna do nothing either, so
no,
just head down and shut up.
Yeah, Dad comes home from work, and whatever he says, dude, like, and I love that scene too where the kid is just pulling on his shirt, and then like finally you're like, what? And he's like, I burped. It's like, that is a classic kid comment. Something that's just completely irrelevant. The kid thinks is, gotta tell Dad.
My dad's commentary on that scene is like, oh yeah, just work 12-hour day, come home to fucking kid just blasting the piano, everyone just crawling on you. You just want to sit down and have a beer, like just deacclimate. All your kids need your attention and shit.
And just like the most irrelevant, like, Dad, how do you spell hallelujah? Like, I don't.
Why are you
I
asking me?
don't care, you know.
No. But it's funny that it's like during the Gower scene, it's like, ask Dad, he knows. I would assume my dad knows a lot of the questions I'm going to ask, even though he probably doesn't, just because he's my dad.
He knows them all.
How do you do this? Oh, yeah, you want to go? Hey, where's this at? You want to take this way, that way? How do I fix this? Well, you know, and it's like they always got the fucking answer.
Yeah. Whether it's like as you get older, like, oh, I would have done this differently. In the moment, dude, whatever they say, I'm in.
And you'll do that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that must be how you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, and then you run into somebody doing it, and like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, my dad always did it this way. That's like just such a common phrase.
Right.
Like, that's how my dad did it. Like, this is what I think the most unique, not to get too sidetracked, is always like snacks that your family ate growing up.
Yeah.
That like other people might not eat. Like the one that always stands out to me is like, we always had two things. One of them was more everybody in my house, but like just eating American craft single cheeses just as a snack was something that we always did. But the other one that I would say is the one I would comment that my dad did that I still will do is like just mustard and then just like a little bag of the pepperonis, and you're just pepperonis and mustard. And it's like
that honestly sounds good. I've never done that, but
yeah, that's what I mean though. It's like those little snacks. You're just like, oh yeah, like people do this, but no, they don't.
Craft singles are right up my alley.
Old Timmy, one of the main things that makes me hate vegetables. He would microwave a Popeye's spinach thing, microwave it, and the whole house would smell like spinach, and it's just disgusting. He still eats, dude, dollar store oysters right out of the can.
Oh no.
Yeah, hot dog or brats on a slice of bread, toasted with blue cheese.
No,
it's like a game of Clue when he eats.
Yeah, we had the classic meal, and I just someday being a dad, it's like you just got to come up with something for the kids to eat,
and that becomes a hallmark of like, dude,
it's
try
like
this
usually
shit.
like don't want to cook much, and we had tuna boats of like a hot dog bun, tuna and mayo, craft single, pop it in the oven for a little bit, gourmet meal. Oh, love them.
And I just came up with my Oscar. How about
you guys ever had
recording?
You guys ever? This is a Midwest.
I'm not gonna tell you, but Brendan knows what it is.
We're all Midwest boys, right? We're all Midwest boys. You ever had shit on a shingle?
It sounds familiar.
I've heard of it. I can't remember what it is.
So it's literally a slice of toast.
Slice of toast, yeah.
Cream of mushroom soup. Cream of mushroom soup with I think you have some sausage in it. You just kind of butter it up, gets a little gravy mix in there, and slap it on a slice of toast. Whew. You need 100 of them.
Yeah, could eat 100 of them. But yeah, I mean, like
cream of mushroom on that bitch. Okay,
it relates all back to like, especially in this era, whatever Dad says, dude, that is gold. And you're
especially like you're pissing Mom off all day. Dad come home, I'm done. All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think we've worked out our differences.
The last thing that Dad, like you said, wants to do is just be hounded by the kids and just like can't just sit down.
Dude, I remember my dad come home, I'd want to wrestle him.
Oh.
And I just like I would be going hard. And now that I'm older, I'm like, bro, I would have fucking punted my head through a wall.
Yeah, you're just going to town.
And he would be like, yeah, and I'd be like really cranking on him. And I'm just like not understanding that he's taking it easy.
Yeah. You think you're doing some damage. He's just like,
he's just taking it. He's still in his fucking suit. Like,
yeah. And it's like
realizing that as you get older though, it's like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. I was an asshole. But yeah, until they have that bad day, and then you realize, like, all right, I'm not fucking with them today.
Nope,
nobody's saying a word today.
And that's what George comes in. You know, he's not having a great day, and the kids do not get the memo.
They didn't miss a beat on showing every character that we've really known throughout the movie when he was gone, of touching on what happened to them.
Yeah.
If he never existed, like Mr. Gower's a wreck. Martini doesn't have the bar. Mom's
He's
got a
in prison.
boarding house.
His brother's dead.
Billy's in an insane asylum. Yeah, brother's dead. Bailey Park is a graveyard. Like everything that he had touched on or was, big in his life. Married, never married, was just, not like nothing. They didn't
That's my
miss.
life.
Yeah,
I'd be
just
freaking
how
out, too.
crazy would that be to see a guy like that just fucking lose it?
It's like old classic movies and her scream, ah! Like so dramatic.
I like that they could see him. A lot of times I think in these
Yeah.
newer movies, they're like
a
ghosts.
ghost, yeah.
Yeah, like they're trying to
Yeah,
interact
that was
and they can't. But they could see him, and it was more. You could feel more of like, dude, I don't know you. Like, fuck
Yeah.
off,
What was the name of the bar owner guy? Was it Nick or Rick or
Nick.
Nick's? Yeah, he turned into a real cockbag. That's some good
Yeah.
acting. That's
He was
some
ready to get
good
them off.
acting. Yep.
When he said like, when the Angel's like, I don't have any money, and Nick just stops pouring the drink, just looking at him like, dude.
Well, and you think of it too, like the reason why he's probably such a dick and such an asshole is when Potter runs a town, everybody's probably drinking, everybody's probably in the dark of kind of their living habits, and they're probably always drinking, drunk, and all that shit. Well, that does not make for a fun environment for a bar owner. You're making money,
No.
but you got to be a dickhead to make it work.
In Pottersville.
In Pottersville, yeah.
I love the names.
Mm-hmm.
Morton.
Bailey Park, Pottersville. Like,
Yep.
come on.
Doug Dimmadome. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, first time watching it, I know we're not there yet, but this would easily be number one out of the three we've seen for me.
For sure.
Easy.
Top
Easy. Well,
top 10 easy of pod movies for me.
yeah.
I
Well,
know
and
it's
you
only
can
top
rewatch.
third, but
The rewatchability of this is also high. Like, it's just a good movie to tune into because it's not really boring in any part.
No, and that's what's weird about it being so old is like I would rewatch this with people like who have not watched it. Like Christmas movie, I got one for you. Ever seen this?
Yep.
1946 It's a Wonderful
Yeah.
Life.
What the fuck
Bear
is
with
this? No, put it
Yeah.
on.
You'll be locked in 5 minutes.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Brendan, because I knew you would.
I was
But-
worried because I didn't get to watch it in the timeline I wanted to, so I was like trying to force it, and I'm like, I just
rushing
know.
a movie like this usually is not good.
No, I'm like, I knew we had to watch, and I'm like, I got to get it in. I know I'm probably not. I just assumed it wasn't going to be that great, Again, I know how highly spoken of it is and how well it's done over time, but still, it's like it's black and white. I don't know these people; they're not like my favorite actors of all time,
Right.
and you got to jump into it and squeeze it in the 2 hour time frame that you have to build out for it. And it was solid. Like, it was long, but you're not checking. We talk about like checking the time and stuff like that, but it didn't feel like there was really anything unnecessary. Like everything came back up. Like the point Geese made about the house being like almost a character,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like the house even started off as a shithole and progressed into their home, and then you saw it back being a shithole, which I had honestly forgotten about at that point. Like, I want to go home, and all I'm thinking is like, well, Mary's going to be there with her new husband and kids, and like they get there, and then oh yeah, this place was a fucking rundown, abandoned house.
Yep.
Like that's when I kind of realized, like, oh shit, like those things, like that house was even a big part.
What a realistic representation of what it would feel like to be brought into a world where you never existed. Like he went
crazy.
to every avenue. Like if you put any of us in that situation, we'd be like, wait, what? I'm going to go to every single person that I knew or know and check on it.
Well, and you go to
all
familiar
those
places
locations.
too.
Yeah.
and then no one would know who you were there either.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
imagine, imagine you don't know that happens and you go to work. What the fuck is this
that's
guy
not
doing?
dramatized. I think that's a pretty accurate representation of going nuts and having and like your wife is just walking around and you're like, oh, this is it. This is the last straw of this thing being right, and she's like screaming and kicking you off.
Yeah. Another, I think, unsung kind of cool part of this movie was the way they got Clarence introduced to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just waiting for like the moment of like, and
you
now
forget about it because you're so invested into the movie.
Nowhere. You almost forget when he like just sitting there.
When he jumps
Oh
in the
yeah,
river,
that's the fucking angel.
well, when he jumps in the river, he like you don't know that's who it is. Like I started to kind of think, but I'm like, I thought George was just helping somebody else out. Because they don't. I was assuming they would get to the point in the story of like getting caught back up with the angels. Like now is when you're going down. You know, now is when he needs you. Is like this is where he's like ready to jump off a bridge, literally. And then he goes in and jumps off, and then he follows him in, and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
I feel like he had to do it too. Like what I expected to happen was Clarence, like as he's about to jump, he like pulls him back, and then runs through whatever. Rigmarole of teaching him what to, this is why you deserve to live and don't do this. But no, he just yeets himself off the bridge.
Yeah.
Like that's not safe in the first part. Like that's how you die. Like he's doing what would probably kill him anyways to get him to get out of there.
Doing it for somebody else.
Yeah, I guess that's a good. If you want to critique it, it's like, okay, he still jumped off.
He's still doing the thing that he wanted to kill himself doing.
Yeah,
he just dies right there, and
movie's over. Clarence never gets his.
I knew that Clarence was gonna fuck this up.
How about that? That office guy that's like the bridge manager didn't say a goddamn word. He's just like,
what is going on here?
Every single time he's trying to
dropping.
Yeah, he's trying to spit into the bucket. And every time he says something, he's like, "What?
Yeah, what the fuck did this guy just say?" And then I think in the bar, just outrageous things that come out of Clarence's mouth that to the normal person is like, what the fuck is he talking about? When Nick kicks him out of the bar and he's like, I'm 283 years old or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, you guys got to get the fuck out of here.
Well, I wonder the level of nonsense back then was so like the bar was so low.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder too, with him being that old, the drink. I didn't think of this till now. The drinks he was ordering were probably from like 200 something years before that, even.
Yeah, I don't remember what he said first, but I know he got to mulled wine, which is still sold, but like it's probably one of the oldest forms of booze. Like, yeah, the first thing he was ordering is kind of crazy. Yeah,
super specific.
And they made a point of like when he was communicating back up to heaven, there he's like, I did not have a drink.
Yeah, I did.
Like he was ordering them, but he did not have a drink. But yeah, overall, I mean, to watch a movie from 1946 and still get feeling comedy, like pretty much every
story is a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think you don't, like you said earlier, you don't need special effects to be able to tell a good story and get people engaged.
If we were to recast this for a reshoot in 2026, Mary would be Sydney Sweeney.
Violet would be Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, that's what I meant.
I'll give you that one. I'll give
Mary
you Violet.
Would be who would Mary be?
Well, maybe I'll help you out because my immediate instinct for George is Kyle Chandler.
Oh,
Coach Taylor from Friday Night Lights.
Yes, I think I know who you're talking about.
He feels like he fits that. Critter pull him up.
Kyle Chandler, you said?
That's his real name.
That's his real name?
Coach Taylor in Friday Night Lights. He's in Bloodline, the TV show on Netflix. He feels like he'd be a good George, like an older George.
I think there would be some really good casting for Potter, too.
Yeah, here's the other thing is like that guy is what I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But here's the problem is like I think a lot of like, and again, the time jumps were tough, but like at one point he's like 28 or 27. He looks like he's 40.
Yeah.
He probably was, but like that's where I guess you'd run into problems nowadays. Like you'd have probably 3 people playing George because you'd get the kid, then you'd get the 20, whatever year old, and then you get to wife and kids, and then you can plug in Kyle Chandler there. But
Kind of feel like Emma Stone maybe for Mary.
Okay, that's a good
I
one.
think we're thinking young. I think we're thinking too young. But like she could be one of them, but she's a redhead.
Yeah,
Dye her hair color. She's not naturally redheaded.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I looked it up.
it'd be in
I know
black
she
and white,
was,
you
too.
idiot.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we don't know Mary's hair. I guess could have technically been red.
There's a color version of it we can check.
Yeah.
Potter would be a good one. The main person I was thinking of was the I forget who plays Dick Cheney in the like vice president movie.
That's
Oh,
fucking.
I've never
Christian
seen that.
Bale, dude.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Christian
He'd
Bale
be
dressed
fucking
up.
great at
Christian
that.
Christian
Who'd you
Bale
say,
dressed up as a
Geese?
fat dude.
Who'd you say, Geese?
Emma Stone.
Oh, okay. I literally just said like actress that would be like Mary from It's a Wonderful Life, and it was Emma Watson.
Emma Watson, yeah, okay.
That's really good.
And I
Anne
thought
Hath-
you just literally got the AI answer. And I was
Anne
like,
Hathaway?
I'm about to call your ass out. One second.
The A in AI is Alex.
Is Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
Anne
Is
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway too big of a badass for it?
Nah, she
I also thought
We
Anna
need like
Kendrick.
It wouldn't
like,
be bad.
Anna-
It was
we-
kind of, yeah.
Anna Kendrick
like,
would be
I feel
good.
like we need like more innocent look. That's kind of
I
why
think-
I was doing like Emma Stone, but
I thought Anna Kendrick. I think Emma Watson would be one of the most innocent type of actresses we've had in movies.
Matthew McConaughey
Yeah.
as Clarence.
Matthew McConaughey. I'm thinking of De Niro for Potter.
let's just put Jennifer
De Niro
Aniston.
Like,
on
let's
there,
get
which
an-
is Mary.
Let's get an old
Let's
guy
just-
in there.
Yeah.
Let's get a real
I could
guy.
see Emma Watson. I feel like that's a good one.
Yeah. They'd have the
Riley is
people
another
that
one
would.
that popped up with my
Who?
AI search.
Who?
Is it Kira?
Keira Knightley.
Kira Knightley? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Keira Knightley. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yep.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, but who's the one who looks like her?
They'd have a pick of the litter
Natalie
because
Portman.
everybody would want to be in this movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
dude.
Nobody would turn it down.
I feel like that's why it wouldn't be successful is because there'd be so many names in it
Yeah.
that
Star-studded
it would probably
hell.
ruin it.
Mhm.
Because hey, dude, once you make it as a Hallmark Christmas movie or song, like you made it.
You'd
A lot of
almost want to
people do
remake
it.
it with young actors that are coming up.
Yeah,
I think that would be the
I would
play.
agree.
The modern Wonderful Life AI because Critter had chicks. They've got Chris Evans, Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah,
Joseph
just popular
Gordon-Levitt,
people.
and the other one that we didn't say that would
Timothy
you could have seen him, Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Tom
Yeah,
Hanks
younger
feels
Tom Hanks, yeah.
yeah.
You
But,
have Tom Hanks
yeah,
play Potter now.
Yeah, nobody would say
Oh,
no to
yeah.
this one.
The Colonel.
Nobody would say no to this movie.
No, especially if you get the right director on it. Like,
Yeah.
get
Well,
a
they'd
well-known
they would
guy.
have to. If they ever tried, they would have to just blow the budget out. Like they're gonna open the fucking wallets.
Sydney Sweeney sex scene. You got
Cannon.
yeah. You got
Here's where we
Can't think of anything
start.
else.
Here's where the bar is being
my
set.
budget.
you
My
know?
budget's already spent, but it's a great movie. You're gonna love
Yeah.
it. It's a
Spent that pretty
remake.
quick, right?
Yeah, it's a remake. You're not gonna know anybody
amount of-
else.
The amount of green tomatoes we'd have of like this movie, they fucking flopped it and all just to see Sydney Sweeney's cans.
Yeah, the tomato rating is like 20. The popcorn 100.
Yeah. That'd be funny. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. Now, have you guys all seen this before? I know
Nope.
Geese obviously has.
No, that's
Oh,
first
Trav,
time for me
first time.
too. Yeah.
Critter.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but this is the first time actually just sitting down and watching it.
I'm glad that you guys added it to the wheel because I know I did not. So that's a good hit right there. I don't know what we're going to round things off with, but I don't think at this point, I don't think it could go wrong. I don't really know if there's anything that I would even prefer at this point because we've touched on so much. Bare bones, Santa
I
Claus.
kind of like. I'm feeling Jack Frost, man. Like
Jack Frost would be good.
Yeah.
Jack Frost would be fun. I don't know what else is on.
Yeah,
there,
what's
but
left on the wheel? I was gonna say the Christmas movies are all like if we get it on the list, it's all good.
I take the Miser Christmas, dude. That'd be
Yeah.
There's a full screen feature. Kid's an idiot.
What I don't want, I don't want Die Hard. Is that even on here?
Yeah.
Oh, it is right
I put
there.
that
Die
bitch
Hard
on there.
is
Like,
Die Hard is like the one that's like guy
We got
really
a
just
25-second spin here, boys. So it's going to be a lengthy one. I did it for 25 for Christmas.
I think I'm gonna go with, and the fact that it's spinning right now is good. That it's not stationary on something. I'm gonna go with Bad Santa.
okay.
I'm gonna go Jack Frost. So.
Jack Frost. I'm gonna pick something that I'm not gonna pick the one I want because I don't ever win these. So I'll pick another one that I would be fine with. Do I want another? It's like I feel like Christmas movies always have like for the most part some comedy in them, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I want like a just straight comedy, but I will go with. OG Grinch.
Love it.
Yeah.
Give
OG
me
Grinch.
Christmas Vacation, mostly because I watched it last night, so it takes some homework off my plate.
Crazy bastard.
and we did summer vacation or whatever.
Good point.
Yeah.
So a little
Yeah, that would be
follow-up.
cool.
So,
All right, 25 seconds.
all right, here you go.
Here we go.
25
Let it ride.
Let's count it down.
It's gonna be
You
dramatic.
just see Elf every like 2 seconds. It just pops up.
Because it's so big.
It's the biggest one, and it's
Oh.
black and white.
It's actually slowing down somewhat.
Nope. Serendipity.
Serendipity.
That's the one I didn't pick because I wanted it to land on it. Don't fucking keep going. That's my favorite movie of all time. Above
It's
it.
still going. Wow.
Okay.
It almost hit, I think, last spin or the spin before. So I was due.
Serendipity.
Serendipity.
Where do we watch Serendipity at?
I'm googling it
On the
right
TV.
now. Yeah, on a TV. Paramount Plus is currently on there. MGM Plus, if you've got that subscription, it's
Yeah,
on there
no.
too. So, I think Hulu, the premium subscription,
Hulu has
or maybe
live
you
sports?
can rent it. Jalen, Hulu has live sports. John Hurts has been in the commercial. Serendipity, 2001 rom-com,
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
hour and a half.
Can't believe that. It was like,
I'm
I
not-
feel like
Give me a second. Give me a
Kate-
second.
one of our classes in high school, you played it.
Kate Beckinsdale
attention to
and
that.
John Cusack are the top two. And we also got Eugene Levy, who I believe is the dad from American Pie. He's also in this movie.
I think I've seen this movie.
I guess you'll find out
You talk about old
next week on
movies.
Dragon Ball Z.
That's an old movie.
Yeah, it's about 60 years newer than the last one.
The man with
So-
the caterpillars. Eugene Levy.
This is I want to say a little bit more in depth. Nice little another like not super over the top special effects Christmas present. Like true storyline, like good plot, like another pretty solid, like unique. I don't think people would necessarily think of this when you're trying to make a Christmas movie list. So, if it swings and misses on Christmas, I think I saw it on a couple lists, but I also like the movie, so I put it on the wheel. Hopefully Christmas, I think.
Technically, the photo that I'm seeing there is a Christmas tree in the background.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So,
Watch it. Nothing to do with Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah, there's one Christmas tree at the very end.
It's the
Take it
day
to it.
after. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, Serendipity, 2001 Christmas rom-com. John Cusack, Kate Beckinsdale. I don't know if John Cusack's still getting it done. I feel like he probably is. I know she is. I feel like I haven't seen that much with him in it, but unless I clicked on his name, I'd probably find a lot more. But
dude,
Pretty
Kate
excited.
Beckinsdale's in Underworld.
Yeah,
Kate
she's a smoke
Beckinsale,
show.
not tough to look at. I'll
Nope.
tell you that. John Cusack looks good in this one too.
Yeah, John Cusack, not tough to look at.
Not tough to look at. John Cusack. Running out of fumes over here on the old voice, but episode 3, Wonderful Life, incredible movie. If you haven't seen it, you're not alone because there are a couple, at least 2 of us that hadn't seen it going into tonight. But I would say a must-watch Christmas movie, black and white. Get over it. Great story, great acting. You will enjoy it. Getting to the finale next week. Coming out, I believe, Critter, correct me if I'm wrong, releasing Christmas morning, Christmas Eve night, going into Christmas morning. Get you guys a little Christmas present there. We'll take a little bit of time off to think about as we head into January what we might do next for a wheel. Excited to get that built out for you guys. And we also next week on the next episode, for those that pay attention to the video and for those that don't, a little bit of a Secret Santa in-house. Not sure where some people might have taken the idea of what they got others on here. So if you don't watch the video, tune into that on YouTube or Spotify. We'll be live on there during the next week's episode. Whether we do it prior to talking about the movie or at the end, I don't know. But should be fun. Didn't get to theaters this week, but talked about a couple movies that we had seen, things that are streaming now or coming out. I know I'm actually going to see SpongeBob, The Search for SquarePants on Christmas Day. But I know we're recording before that, so maybe get something to you by next week or next episode. Don't know if we will, but at least get a chance to talk about that. But if you're going to go see Anaconda, if you're going to go see SpongeBob, The Search for SquarePants, you're going to get caught up on some movies that we saw. You're going to sit down and watch Serendipity with us before next week when you guys get a chance to listen on Christmas. Get your popcorn. Pop it. Have somebody else pop it for you. Get your bucket. Get your bowl. And don't forget your extra butter. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.
Extra, extra butter on the corn for me. Extra, extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.